It's post time for race 5 at Mohawk Park. Here they come. And they're off. Century Inspector and Ron, the Moore trainees, quick off the gate from the outside. There at the inside goes Sports Advisor. The center of the racetrack, Coligny Hanover. Between horses, Colby two-step from the inside. Outside of that one is Better Have My Money. Further back at the rail, left out, Contact Zone wide. Going into the turn is Shotgun Jerry. Emerging from the second tier, there is Aaronwood Eve. Further back in the inside, we go in 8th position to find Sports Addiction. And last one away is Dynamite's Peak as they arrive at the quarter in 27 flats. Century Inspector up front for Moore leads the way. Sports Advisor second, Ron is third. Gap of 3, Coligny Hanover fourth, fifth inside. There tracks Colby two-step. 6 is Better Have My Money. He'll angle to the outside. His backfield activity started up. McClure is fished out of the 5-hole, and he stomps on Colby two-steps. Gas pedal right now. Field into the backstretch, coming up to the half. Century Inspector joined by Colby two-step. And it's Colby two-step blasting up alongside the leader. Half in 56 and 1, a second quarter of 29 and 1, and the new race leader becomes Colby two-step. Century Inspector left with the pocket trip, third outside now. Coligny Hanover lost cover, hasn't lost interest though, driving first over gaining. On his cover to the outside is Better Have My Money, as McDonald's got him about 3 off the lead on the way to 3/4. Rough gated and off stride first up though. Coligny Hanover blew up around the final turn. Colby two-step was able to get a little bit of separation as a result of that break, as he's got 2 now on Century Inspector. Better Have My Money, who got held up for a few strides on the turn there. He's going to have to blast up hard if he wants to get to Colby two-step, who's got 3/4 in 1:24 and 3. Colby two-step. Better Have My Money on the outside is powering up in deep stretch, and it's Better Have My Money on the outside. He's got a head up in front and he's clear now. Better Have My Money comes to the line, wrapped up. He won it by a length. Colby two-step was second. Up for third was Aaronwood Eve. Tight for fourth. 151 and 4.
Hero driver James McDonald, of course, Better Have My Money. I talked to you a couple weeks ago about this one, and you were particularly keen on him. Obviously undefeated thus far, 2 for 2. Talk me through tonight's drive.
Yeah, I just, I didn't mind, if he didn't reach up and he got a good trip. Like, I wanted to be careful with him. It's these 11-horse fields can be killer, and usually there's lots of speed. I wanted to make sure I didn't hurt the horse, because I think he's a pretty special horse, and he overcame it again tonight, and he just paced his guts out down the lane. So.
There's a horse that made a miscue in front of you, and it looked like, you had to go a little bit wide in there. Did that affect him at all a little bit?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, he still won, so it's hard to say it affected him too much. But I had to check him and be careful, and as soon as he saw daylight, he was gone again. And no discredit to Bob's. I mean, Colby was pacing hard. We were scatting down the lane, and mine he's got no end to him, and I kind of thought that going in. I'd never turned him loose, and I knew when I had to. He feels like the type that would really put out for you.
I was just talking with Nick a little bit off camera, and he was mentioning how excited he was about this one and how he didn't necessarily know what his potential was going to be, and he was talked into staking him into some good ones. So obviously, he's good to go in versus Gold Foes. What's some more you can tell me about him a little bit? Obviously, seems very versatile to drive as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a type when he has to. If I put him on the lead, he'll just, he just waits for you to call on him, and he's a pro. In Pro Sbred, he's 2 fingers. He struts around like an aged horse. So he got a little scared behind the gate today, and there was a couple tense moments, but he was right behind the starter and right behind the car. So you just can't say enough good about him. His gait's perfect. His attitude's great. So sky's the limit for sure.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and best of luck with the rest of the card. Once again, this driver, James McDonald, and Better Have My Money, making it 2 for 2, both gold wins.